Oh my gosh, guys, I don't know how y'all double task, but clearly I can't talk and do makeup at the same time. It's a no for me. Hey y'all, welcome to Destiny's Video Diaries. This is just kind of gonna be a way for me to vent, but I know I'm not the only one that feels this way or feel the way I feel sometimes. I have a lot that goes on mentally, you know, and just in life in general. So I just thought this would be a kind of easy way to document my feelings or whatever. And hopefully, if any of you are watching and engaged in this video, I hope that maybe it resonates with you and can help you as well. All right, so let's get into it. So today's video is really just going to be about why I gravitate to older women versus women my age. And you know, the reasoning can be different for everyone, but this is just for me personally. In my experience, and honestly, I've gravitated towards older women for a very long time, like since I was young, just because I found like it was really hard for me to interact with people or females my age, just because they were talking about things and doing things that I didn't necessarily partake in or participate in. Like, I've always been a pretty good kid, and so when girls my age were talking about the boys or you know, just whatever young females talk about, I was more into like my studies and learning. I was I still am a big nerd, but yeah, I was more into stuff like that and like growth. So I've always gravitated towards older women. But as I've gotten older, I realized that another reason too that I like to be around them is because they not only do they teach me new things or teach me things that they've learned along the way, but it just feels easier to be myself, because I can be a very blunt a very blunt person. I don't like wasting my own time, so sometimes I just cut to the chase. And when you do that, sometimes you're not necessarily filtering like what's at the top of your head, right? Whatever you're thinking, you just kind of say it. And I do that just because I'm like, all right, well, if I say this, then hopefully it doesn't come across as rude or mean. I'm not doing that. I'm not intentionally doing that. And hopefully they can see that and we just figure it out later, like what I actually meant together, versus just sitting there thinking like, oh my gosh, how do I say this in a politically correct way, and wasting like 30 seconds to a minute trying to think of something to say or how to say it just for it to be incorrect still. So, or just for someone to take offense still, even though that's not what I meant. So sometimes I'll just say whatever I'm thinking, and if it's wrong, then we'll figure it out. Not necessarily like I'm trying to be mean. And you know what I find older women understand that a little bit more than younger women or even people my age. And that's not to say that all older women can handle that, because there are some older women that, you know, are not as emotionally stable as others. But I'm saying the women I gravitate to are, and so they don't find what I say offensive. Like, generally they know what I mean, even though it didn't come out that way. So that's another reason why I really like I gravitate towards those type of women versus, you know, younger women who might not be as emotionally secure, or even women in general that's not as emotionally secure, or might find offense to that just because they think I meant it a certain way. I guess you could, I don't know. Like a lot of the times it's not even what I say. It could be how I say it sometimes. But a lot of the times when people find offense in something someone says, it's because they took it personally, right? Like that's an internal issue. And sometimes you really just can't help that. That's whatever that person is dealing with in that instance. But with younger women who are trying to, still find their way, and, in this world where it seems like women are constantly competing with each other and men are, instigating that too. I completely understand, like, why someone would take offense to certain things I say or certain things I do, even though most of the time I really don't, like, that's not my intention. But food for thought, guys. Just because something is not your intention doesn't mean that it will have the same outcome that you intended for. So outcomes are always catch-22 sometimes. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave that there as food for thought today. So it's not that I don't have friends my age. I do have friends my age. I have friends that are younger, that are very mature for their age. It's just, I watch who I'm around a little bit more, just because I don't ever want to feel like I have to be something I'm not, or walk on eggshells because they're fragile. That's just not how I'm going to operate anymore. I used to be a huge people pleaser, and so that really affects your energy levels, and it affects your mental state, because when you're constantly dealing with people where you feel like you have to watch what you say, watch what you do, you can't be your authentic self, that is so draining. I would prefer just to be myself and let those I attract be attracted to me, and those who I'm attracted to, You get what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna leave that there. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, comment, share if you would like to see more of these videos, even though I'm probably gonna post them anyway. But I hope this helps someone out there. So until next time, love you guys, and y'all have a safe one.